Well, hello everybody, thanks for joining me again today. I am back out searching for the barred owls that I found a couple of days ago. And my original plan was to come out here in the morning, but with a little one at home, that can be kind of a little bit of a disaster in the morning. So I'm back out in the evening, and I'm kind of glad I'm back out in the evening because the lighting is really nice in here in the evening. As I was leaving here, last time I was here, the light was just perfect. It was falling through the trees. It was lighting up the owls really nicely. So I'm back out again. It's a couple of days later now, and I'm going to head over and hopefully find the owls in the same general area. There's a good chance that the owlets might be leaving the nest if they haven't already. So they might be a little bit more spread out or in a different area, but the evening's usually a good time when they're gonna start making their calls, begging calls again, and hopefully if we're really lucky, we'll see some food deliveries to them. One of the adult owls that I saw was looking like it was starting to hunt again as I was leaving, so we'll see. We'll hopefully be able to see some action, but I gotta find them first. So I still have a little ways to hike. I wanted to kind of introduce the video down here while I'm definitely well away from where the owls are, and we're just gonna kind of creep up quietly and slowly and hopefully find them again.
For those of you new to my channel, my name is Todd DeWald and I am a full-time wildlife and nature photographer in New England. In my videos, I take you into the unique and diverse habitats to find and photograph the variety of animals that call this area home. I bring my unique perspectives as well as my education in fisheries and wildlife science into my videos and photography to help bring a deeper understanding into the lives of the animals and the habitats they call home. Whether you are a fellow photographer or just love nature, I hope you can relax and enjoy these videos. Be sure to subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this, and thank you for watching.
Hiking down the trail, you can see all these caterpillars that are all over the ground. And it's these caterpillars that bring all these warblers up for spring migration. So a lot of caterpillars means that there's a lot of food for these warblers. They're all up in the canopy right now eating these caterpillars, and it's kind of like a cyclic event where there's a big caterpillar emergence one year, and that means that there's going to be a lot of food for these migrating birds. They're going to be able to raise a lot of young. And a couple other years, there might not be that many caterpillars, so the warblers aren't able to raise that much young. It's kind of everything kind of flows as a cycle. And the same thing is true for when there's big mast years. So when there's a lot of acorns or when there's a lot of pine cones on the pine trees, that means that there's going to be a lot of food for the squirrels and the chipmunks and the small rodents that live in the forest. But all those little small mammals also eat birds' eggs. So when there's a lot of the food for those individuals, that means they can produce a lot of young in the spring. So there's going to be more of predation on the nests for these migrating birds as well. So there's a big flow of different things that cycle through in the forest, and it's just amazing how everything interacts with one another. But last time I was here, I pulled about 5 of these caterpillars off my hat, so I'm expecting pretty much more of the same today. But we're still a little ways away. I'm definitely keeping my ears out for the sounds of the owls. I'm going to also be looking for them, but I'm probably going to hear them before I see them. So I'm just going to continue on down the trail, and we're going to get there soon, hopefully find some owls. I'm in the location where I found the owls last time I was here, and so far I haven't heard any sounds. But another thing you have to listen to is also just the sounds of the forest, because squirrels, blue jays, they'll alert you to things that they think are predators around. Chickadees and tufted titmice are also really good at it. Really any bird has an alarm call. You just have to know what it sounds like. Scarlet tanagers have a really good one. But right now I don't hear anything here, but over that direction there's some squirrels that are doing their alarm call. I'm not sure if it's an owl or what it is, but right now I'm just gonna stay in this area and stay quiet and listen. I don't want to spook them or make them flee. This is obviously a very sensitive time for them because they're nesting. I'm not sure if they've fledged yet or left the nest. I didn't find the nest last time I was here, but it's in this area somewhere. And I don't want to cause any kind of alarm or stress. So I'm just going to be patient, be quiet, and see if I hear them, and maybe that'll point me in the right direction of where to go. I think I'm just going to creep up the trail a little ways, because they were actually up on top of the hill last time I saw them. So I'm going to head up that way a little bit, slowly, quietly. But I'm going to keep my ear out over this direction too, because that might be something worth checking out if that continues. All right, I do not see, or more importantly hear, anything going on over here. So I think they must have moved, but I'm going to go and check out what's causing all these squirrels over here to sound their alarm call. Because I remember I mentioned that, and they've still been calling. So it's a good indication that there might be something over there, and let's see if we can check it out. Going to try to follow this ridge over here so that I can hopefully be a little bit higher up in the canopy off to my right. So when I'm looking down that way, maybe I won't have to aim up if the owls are there as much. Just had my first clue as to where they are. They're over in front of me somewhere. I'm hearing one of them call. I have no idea where though, just somewhere in front of me, so let's see if we can find them. 30 yards away. I probably would have walked past it. I might have walked past it if it wasn't vocalizing. But the young are now calling over that way, doing their begging calls. So, I don't know if you can hear that, but I'm going to actually head over that way. That's actually where I heard them, exactly where I heard them last time. But I'm going to head that way because if this owl's going to hunt, it's going to bring the food back to the young. And that's where I want to be. I also don't want to disturb this owl if it is trying to hunt. So, I'm going to head that way and hopefully find the owlets.
As I turned my head to the left, I saw the second adult barred owl about eye level down the hill from me. It sat on the branch for a few minutes looking at me, and I was able to get a few pictures and a short video before it flew off. That second adult barred owl eventually landed on the same perch with the first, and they sat together for a few minutes. Like many birds of prey, the female is actually larger, and I believe that the male was perched on the right.
I have 2 adult barred owls in front of me. And I have at least 2 owlets to my right. I caught a short glimpse of one of the owlets up in a tree. But that's it, they're higher up. But there's this one adult that's just sitting here, calling. And actually both adults came and perched on the tree together. But I had a branch in the way of one of them, but it was awesome to see. I'm hoping the owlets are coming this way. The one that I saw was coming this direction. But you can't ask for more than this. This is perfect.
As I was sitting there, I caught some movement up in the treetops, and I was able to see one of the owlets through a small clearing in the foliage. The owl was sitting directly in some sunlight, so it looked like it was a glowing cotton ball up in the trees, with all of its fluffy gray feathers.
Okay, well that was incredible. I ended up packing up and moving out while all of the owls were kind of concentrated in one section of the forest and kind of away from the trail I needed to get to. So I took that opportunity to pack up and head back to the trail, and I'm headed out now. You can see it's pretty dark in here now, and I had my ISO up, cranked way up, and they were hidden in some brush, so I didn't have a clean shot anyway. So but that was just such an awesome encounter, awesome experience. Got some great video, some great pictures. I couldn't really ask for more. There's at least 2 owlets. I think there might be a third, but I've only saw, I think, one of them. I might have seen 2. One of them was moving around pretty good, but the second one was calling up right above me somewhere, and I couldn't find it. But both adults were flying around, and I think they were trying to hunt, and I felt like my presence was interfering with their ability to do that. So I wanted to head out so that they can hunt successfully and feed their babies, and yeah, I didn't want to interfere with that. So I left. They're still up there. They're still calling, screeching. Awesome encounter, awesome experience. It was really nice to be able to leave without them needing to fly and move away from what they were doing. They were far enough away that I could kind of sneak back, loop around, and head back to the trail. So that'll be it for me today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Owls are always one of my favorite things to photograph. So yeah, that was really good. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.